Chosen one, you did not stumble into this moment. You were summoned. Heaven has aligned your steps with divine precision, and the Spirit has drawn you here because something in the unseen realm has shifted over your life. Anointed one, this is not ordinary time. This is holy timing. The veil is thin, and heaven is speaking your name with intention. Chosen one, listen closely. You are standing at the threshold of a supernatural release, an outpouring, a divine wealth transfer, a breakthrough so precise that only God Himself could have orchestrated it. What is happening around you may look chaotic, but what is happening for you is nothing less than prophetic alignment. The Lord has been preparing you in silence, pruning your spirit, sharpening your discernment, and positioning your life for a victory that will not be delayed. Anointed one, the battles you've faced lately have not been signs of defeat. They have been indicators of incoming glory. Scripture says, "The blessing of the Lord maketh rich, and He addeth no sorrow with it." And that blessing is now drawing near. Heaven has opened a scroll with your name on it, and favor is beginning to move. Chosen one, breathe deeply. Open your spirit. You are entering a divine appointment. The supernatural begins now. Chosen one, listen closely, because what I'm about to speak into your spirit is not ordinary. This is a holy interruption, a divine pause placed directly in your path, because heaven has something to reveal to you. If you feel a stirring, a tightening in your chest, a pull in your spirit, it's not emotion, it's recognition. Your soul knows when heaven is near. And right now, heaven is closer than it has ever been. Chosen one, your awakening has already begun, even if you haven't fully realized it yet. For months, maybe even years, you've walked through seasons that didn't make sense. People shifted without explanation. Opportunities opened only to close again. Conversations left you unsettled, and environments that once felt safe suddenly felt foreign. You tried to rationalize it, but deep down, you knew something bigger was happening behind the scenes. Your spirit sensed what your mind couldn't articulate. Heaven was rearranging the pieces of your life. I know that feeling intimately. I've lived through nights where sleep felt impossible because something in the spiritual realm was shaking. I've sat across from people smiling at me while my discernment whispered, "Be careful." I've felt doors close abruptly, only to understand later that God was protecting me from harm I couldn't yet see. And if you're honest with yourself, you've felt those same whispers too. That wasn't paranoia. That wasn't anxiety. That was spiritual intelligence rising within you. Chosen one, heaven has been aligning itself to protect you, elevate you, and restore what was quietly taken from you. You may not know this yet, but your name has been spoken in spiritual spaces you've never entered. Your destiny has been discussed, your purpose debated, and your protection reinforced. And while you felt overlooked by people, heaven was intentionally watching over you. You weren't being rejected, you were being preserved. This is why the battles intensified. This is why you felt drained in ways you couldn't explain. This is why certain people grew distant, why certain opportunities slipped, why certain blessings felt delayed. The pressure wasn't a punishment, it was preparation. Heaven was stretching your capacity because something greater was being prepared for you. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You are not here to be entertained. You are here on assignment. And heaven is calling your name twice in this season because delay can no longer hold you. The spiritual resistance that once surrounded you is breaking. The confusion that clouded your path is lifting. Your spirit has outgrown the environment that tried to contain you. And now, you're stepping into a new space, a place where your name carries weight, where your presence shifts atmospheres, where your destiny speaks louder than every lie spoken against you. There were decisions made about you without your consent, decisions rooted in envy, insecurity, and spiritual blindness. People discussed your relationships, your opportunities, your future, as if they had authority over your destiny. But what they didn't know is that heaven listens to every whisper, and when darkness thinks it's strategizing in secret, heaven is already rewriting the outcome. Chosen one, something powerful is happening right now. You are standing at the threshold of a divine financial transfer, a supernatural elevation, a breakthrough that was delayed not because you weren't ready, but because heaven was timing it perfectly. What belongs to you has not been lost. It has been preserved. And now the seal is breaking. The blessing is moving. The release has begun. This is your moment of truth. This is your moment of awakening. This is the beginning of the shift they never wanted you to see. Chosen one, as we step deeper into this message, I need you to understand something that most people never realize until it is too late. Not every battle you faced was about who you were. Many were about who you were becoming. The pressure you felt wasn't because you were weak. It was because your spirit was beginning to glow in a realm where darkness monitors light. And the closer you moved toward your breakthrough, the louder the spiritual interference became. But what the enemy meant as intimidation has now become confirmation. You are stepping into a realm of destiny they never wanted you to reach. Anointed one, think back for a moment. Think about the weeks or months when you felt something shifting but didn't know what it was. You sensed distance in people who once felt close. You felt drained after conversations that used to energize you. You felt confusion in places that once brought clarity. You weren't imagining it. When heaven begins elevating you, anything that isn't aligned with your next level begins to fall away. People detach, plans collapse, environments shift, and what looks like loss is actually divine subtraction. But here's the part no one prepares you for. Some of the people who shifted away from you, they didn't just drift. They were pushed by the weight of what heaven is doing in your life. Not everyone can remain connected to you when God decides to rewrite your future. And whether you saw it or not, some of the distancing was protection. Heaven pulling you back before the wrong hands could touch what God is building inside you. Chosen one, I need you to breathe and hear this with your spirit. There were conversations about you, held in silence and shadows. Not all of them were malicious, but some were. There were people who talked about your relationships, your potential, your money, your calling, all while smiling in your face. There were individuals who underestimated your spiritual sensitivity, assuming you wouldn't feel the shift. But you did. Your spirit always knows before your mind catches up. I've lived this myself. I've been in seasons where I couldn't explain why certain people made me uneasy, why my heart felt heavy around certain voices, why my peace evaporated in certain rooms. But later, heaven always revealed the truth. God shows you what you need to see, when you need to see it, not to punish you, but to protect you. The same is happening for you now. The uneasiness was revelation. The heaviness was warning. The distance was divine strategy. Chosen one, heaven is not exposing these things to make you bitter. Heaven is exposing them to make you ready. Ready for the next level. Ready for the elevation. Ready for the spiritual and financial release with your name already on it. Because here's the truth. God will never place a supernatural blessing in a contaminated atmosphere. Before elevation comes separation. Before promotion comes clarity. Before breakthrough comes truth. And that is why heaven is lifting the veil in this season. You are about to see things and people for who they really are. Not to judge them, but to protect your spirit. Not to attack them, but to anchor your destiny. And when the veil lifts, Don't be surprised by who fades. Don't be shocked by who panics. Don't be confused by who suddenly tries to re-enter your life with apologies wrapped in manipulation. When a blessing is near, familiar spirits always return. But their return is not a sign to reconnect. It's a sign that heaven is preparing to release something massive. Chosen one, there is a sacred inheritance that has been waiting for divine timing. Something generational, something that carries weight, something that brings both restoration and responsibility. What is being prepared for you is not ordinary. This is financial favor with spiritual assignment attached. This is open doors that no human can shut. This is recognition, restoration, and elevation happening at the same time. And heaven is saying, stand in truth now, or you won't be able to carry what comes next. The shift is happening. The unveiling has begun, and destiny is approaching with purpose. Chosen one, now that the veil has begun to lift, I need you to prepare your spirit for something deeper. Because when heaven reveals truth, it doesn't just show you what was done against you. It shows you what was done for you. You are not simply stepping out of a season of deception. You are stepping into a season of divine compensation. And compensation always arrives after revelation. For so long, you wondered why certain doors refused to open for you. You questioned why your progress seemed slow, why your efforts didn't match your results, why the breakthroughs you prayed for felt delayed. You blamed yourself. You doubted yourself. You even asked God if you had done something wrong. But chosen one, you did nothing wrong. The resistance you faced was not because you were unworthy, but because you were marked. When heaven marks you, hell monitors you. And the spiritual pushback you felt was not proof of failure, it was proof of calling. Anointed one, you have no idea how many times heaven stepped in on your behalf. You don't know the plots that collapsed before they reached you. You don't know the betrayals God blocked, the opportunities God withheld, because he knew they were traps dressed as blessings, the people God removed, because their loyalty was an illusion. And I say this as someone who has lived through this wilderness. I've had seasons where the weight was crushing, where the silence was loud, where it felt like nothing was moving. But later, God showed me the truth. He wasn't ignoring me. He was protecting me. He was shielding me from connections that would have drained me, deals that were disguised as destiny, relationships that carried spiritual contamination. And what looked like delay was actually deliverance. Chosen one. The same is happening to you now. The betrayals, the coldness, the distance, the sudden shifts in people's behavior, they weren't coincidences. They were indicators. They were spiritual smoke rising from a hidden fire. Heaven saw what your eyes couldn't. Heaven heard what your ears didn't. And heaven intervened not because you asked, but because your destiny demanded it. There were people who underestimated you, thinking your kindness was naivete, your silence was weakness, your patience was permission. They believed that you wouldn't notice their intentions, that you would never rise high enough for their actions to matter. What they didn't realize is that heaven was taking notes, and heaven doesn't forget. Chosen one, hear this in your spirit. You were never being excluded. You were being separated. There is a divine difference. Exclusion wounds the ego, but separation protects the soul. God separated you, not because people were better than you, but because your calling was too valuable to be contaminated by their energy. What was whispered in that hidden meeting about you would have broken someone else, but it awakened you. Their laughter exposed their heart. Their silence revealed their fear. Their distance revealed your growth. And this is the part your spirit needs to absorb. The tears that were shed in that secret meeting were not for you. They were for them. They saw something coming, something heaven showed them in a moment of revelation. They saw your elevation. They saw your restoration. They saw your spirit rising in ways they never expected. And for the first time, they understood they were not fighting you. They were fighting God. Anointed One, this is why everything is accelerating now. Your clarity is returning. Your discernment is sharper. Your spirit is awakening. And heaven is positioning you for a supernatural transfer, a release of what was stolen, delayed, or mishandled. This is financial, emotional, spiritual, and relational restoration converging at once. You're not just being restored, you're being elevated. Chosen One. The shift that is approaching you is not a small adjustment, it is a divine reversal, and once it arrives, your life will not resemble what it once was. Prepare yourself. Chosen One, as we move into this next part, prepare yourself, because when heaven begins a new season in your life, it rarely begins with a blessing. It begins with truth. And truth, when it arrives, does not whisper. It cuts, it separates, it reveals. It lifts the masks off people, situations, and even emotions you once trusted. And in this season, heaven is not giving you glimpses. Heaven is giving you full revelation. Chosen One, the spiritual shifts you've been sensing lately are not imagination. They are awakening. You've started picking up on things you were once blind to, a tone in someone's voice, a sudden heaviness around certain people, a subtle shift in someone's energy, a feeling of being watched, or even a strange peace that settles when others walk away. This is discernment, not paranoia. Heaven is expanding your spiritual vision so you no longer confuse familiar faces with trustworthy spirits. Anointed One, understand this. Elevation requires clarity. You cannot receive what heaven is releasing while still being surrounded by hearts that secretly resent your rising. God is not exposing people to embarrass them. God is exposing them to free you. You cannot walk into your inheritance if the wrong hands are still clinging to your life. Before the blessing arrives, heaven cleans house. I've walked through this myself. There was a season in my life where God sharpened my discernment so intensely that it felt like a burden. I started seeing people long before their actions confirmed my intuition. I sensed betrayal before it surfaced. I felt the shift in someone's spirit before their words revealed their intentions. And let me tell you, it hurt. When God shows you the truth about people you once loved, it shakes you. But that shaking becomes your liberation. What once felt like heartbreak later feels like protection. Chosen One, you are walking through that same purification. The individuals heaven is exposing now were never meant for your next chapter. Their silence, their distance, their sudden coldness, these are not coincidences. These are divine signs. Some people cannot survive the altitude of your calling. Some hearts cannot handle the weight of your blessing, and some spirits were only comfortable with you when you were unsure of yourself. Now that you are awakening, their access is being revoked. You may also notice something else. People from your past resurfacing. A sudden apology, a message out of nowhere. A familiar voice saying they miss you. Opportunities that look perfect but feel spiritually off. Doors that open quickly but carry a heaviness you can't explain. Pay attention. These are spiritual tests, not invitations. Not everything that returns is meant to be restored. Sometimes the return is meant to confirm that the season is truly over. The enemy no longer uses obvious attacks in your life. He uses distractions. Distractions disguised as comfort, as closure, as opportunity, even as love. But your discernment has matured. What fooled you before will not fool you now. Heaven has strengthened your inner radar. Your spirit recognizes counterfeits before they speak. And this clarity is necessary because you are standing on the edge of a supernatural transfer. a release that touches multiple dimensions of your life: financial, emotional, spiritual, relational. What is coming is too valuable to be placed in an environment that has not been purified. So heaven is refining your inner circle before heaven multiplies your outer blessing. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Your no will protect your destiny just as powerfully as your yes. Your silence is becoming a shield. Your boundaries are becoming spiritual armor. Your presence alone is beginning to shift atmospheres. You are becoming spiritually untouchable, not because you're aggressive, but because you're aligned. Heaven sees it, the enemy fears it, and soon everyone connected to your life will recognize it too. Chosen one, now that heaven has exposed what needed to be revealed and cleared what needed to be removed, you are stepping into the most significant shift of your journey. This is the phase where revelation turns into restoration, and restoration begins transforming into elevation. You may feel it already, that quiet anticipation in your spirit, that sense that something invisible is rearranging around you, that awareness that your life is no longer in the same spiritual position it once was. You are right. The atmosphere around your destiny has changed. Chosen one, the battles you endured were not for nothing. Every tear, every disappointment, every moment where you felt forgotten was a seed planted in heavenly soil. And heaven does not ignore seed. Heaven does not overlook sacrifice. Heaven does not dismiss the prayers you whispered in moments when you felt alone. All of it has been recorded. All of it has been counted. And now heaven is preparing to respond. You are entering a season of divine compensation, a supernatural transfer ordained long before you understood what was being taken from you. There were blessings meant for you that were delayed. There were opportunities meant for you that were distorted by the intentions of others. There were relationships that drained you, systems that closed their doors to you, moments where you felt robbed of time, peace, clarity, and even identity. But heaven never allows loss without preparing restoration. And what you are about to receive is not simply a return to where you were. It is an elevation far beyond what you expected. Anointed one, listen carefully. This next season is not about recovering what was taken. It is about receiving what was reserved. There's a powerful difference. What was taken from you was temporary. What has been reserved for you is eternal, spiritual, and unstoppable. This is why your spirit feels different lately. You're more aware, more sensitive, more grounded, more discerning. You've begun noticing signs you once ignored. You've outgrown conversations that used to drain you. You no longer feel the need to justify your intuition. This is what spiritual maturity feels like. Heaven has been shaping you quietly, so that when the blessing arrives, you don't lose yourself, and you don't waste it. Chosen one, I need you to understand that the elevation coming is not just financial, though financial provision is part of it. This is emotional elevation, where your heart will finally breathe again. This is spiritual elevation, where your connection to God deepens in ways you've never experienced. This is relational elevation, where people aligned with your calling begin entering your life, and those tied to your old wounds naturally fall away. This is identity elevation, where you finally recognize who you truly are and walk in the authority heaven has placed on your name. And yes, there will be moments where the old season tries to cling to you: fatigue, old fears, unexpected tension, sudden doubts. Do not mistake them for setbacks. They are indicators that transition is happening. When dawn is approaching, the night always tries to darken one last time, but it cannot stop the morning. Anointed one, heaven has written a new decree over your life. The delay has expired. The interference has been dismantled. The warfare that once surrounded you is breaking apart. You are stepping into a season where what once resisted you will begin to yield, where doors that remained closed will begin opening without effort, where opportunities you thought you missed will be replaced with better ones crafted specifically for your destiny. Chosen one, this is your rise. This is your release. This is the divine turning point they hoped you'd never reach. Chosen one, as we come to the end of this sacred message, pause and feel the weight of what heaven has just placed in your spirit. You are not leaving this video the same way you entered it. Something has shifted. Something has been released. A divine transfer has already begun moving in your direction, and you are standing in your exact Kairos moment, the moment heaven has appointed for your rising. Anointed one, hear this. What was withheld is being returned, what was delayed is being accelerated, and what was stolen is being restored with interest. You are stepping into a season where clarity will guide you, favor will surround you, and divine protection will cover every step you take. Walk forward with holy confidence, knowing the God who sees you has already gone before you. May the peace of God settle over your mind. May the fire of discernment sharpen your spirit. May the blessings assigned to your name locate you without delay. And may the truth revealed today anchor your heart in strength, courage, and unwavering faith. Chosen one, if this word spoke to your soul, let heaven hear your agreement. Leave a simple Amen in the comments, not as a gesture, but as a declaration that you receive what God has released. If you feel led, subscribe and stay connected. This space is a sanctuary for the rising, the called, and the anointed. More revelation, more healing, and more divine alignment is on the way. Go in peace, chosen one. Go in power. Your story has shifted. Now watch what heaven does next.